We have taken 6 ordinary people, all with a passion for animals, on the journey of a lifetime into the world of wildlife filmmaking. 23-year-old Julia's from Denmark.
Oh my God, here we are.
28-year-old Maya is from India.
I'm not going to forget this moment forever.
And 47-year-old Brian's from the UK.
Absolutely out of this world.
In just 3 weeks, they're being taught all the skills necessary to make it as a wildlife filmmaker. 31-year-old Jin Pin is from Singapore.
It's an amazing place. We spotted some animals on the way up already.
20-year-old Aaron is from Australia.
I just can't believe it, it's nuts.
And Carla's a 29-year-old from Mexico.
I still feel like I'm dreaming.
Our classroom is the Shamwari Game Reserve in South Africa, where Animal Planet's Lyndal Davies is teaching them all they need to know about the wildlife.
It's quite a good idea to all walk in one straight line as you're approaching animals, because what happens is they actually see you as one whole unit approaching.
I'm Andrew Barron, the director of Unearthed.
But always have your tape ready to go, so when you arrive in the field, you can go straight away.
My professional TV crew and I will be with them every step of the way.
It's almost like panning with your tripod.
It's the chance of a lifetime to get their work on screen. But who has got what it takes to be our Unearthed Filmmaker of the Year? Becoming a wildlife filmmaker takes years of practice and dedication. But our 6 students have got just a few short weeks. So, what better place to learn than here, the Shamwari Game Reserve, with an abundance of African wildlife right on the doorstep.
Where else can I get a platform where there is a school in wildlife filmmaking, with a field out there right in front of my eyes as I sit in my classroom, and I can see my subjects from there. You go to any part of this planet, you will never have a classroom like this.
They're in the perfect environment to film such an abundance of wildlife, because Shamwari is a fully managed conservation centre.
When we talk about animals in the wild, just what do we mean? Well, it may come as a shock, but there are no truly wild areas left in Africa. Due to the massive expansion of farms and cities over the past 200 years, all of the wildlife has been forced into national parks and game reserves.
It sounds sad, but it's not a bad thing. Some reserves are the size of small countries, and the fences keep people out and allow the animals to thrive. And that's exactly what's happening here at Shamwari. The reserve has a breeding program to reintroduce native species back into the Eastern Cape. They started this conservation project 15 years ago.
Now look at it. The animals are breeding so successfully they can be sold to other game reserves, also keen to set right what man's destroyed.
Shamwari has been particularly successful in breeding black wildebeest, and every year a prime herd is moved to another reserve. They're pure muscle, with 2 lethal horns that can kill a lion.
This poses a new challenge, capturing the animals, and this can be very dangerous, especially if you're trying to film them.
To round them up, a helicopter chases the herd down a funnel-shaped trap and into a waiting truck. It's dangerous, it's fast-moving, and we want our students to film it. It's going to test their nerves to the limit.
What we've got here is a game capture setup. Now this is going to be an action sequence. I'm going to explain exactly how it's going to work. You've got this sail system set up here. We're going to have a chopper involved. That chopper is going to be herding the animals together as a group to the other end of this sail system. It works as a funnel. The animals come in and they move all the way down, herded all the way down into the trucks. You guys will be hiding behind the bushes and the sails. You cannot show yourselves. If you show yourselves, if you make a noise, the animals will be spooked and you'll have ruined the whole operation. So, who's looking forward to it? Good luck, team.
Right, Jinping, you've got one of the first positions. So when the helicopter comes over
It is a big event to cover, so I'm giving each of them a different angle to film.
Now what's going to happen, this is the first sail, so all the animals are going to come running through here, then the wildlife workers are going to close the sails and trap the animals. Right, Julia, you're going to be covering this middle position here, where this bush is. So from here, again, you'll be able to get two ways. You'll be able to look back to where the animals are coming from, and if you turn, you'll be able to see where the animals are going to. What you're going to have to do is tuck yourself right into this bush here, because if the animals see you, they'll go running straight back again. So you want to make yourself as small as possible.
Okay.
Right into here. Don't compromise what's happening for the sake of your shot. It's all about a balance. So get the shot, but don't get the shot so much that they start to affect the action scene that you're filming.
Okay, thanks.
Carla and Aaron, watch what the other person's doing. If they're pointing one way, you point the other way. It's about teamwork, it's about not getting the same shot. Aaron, I want you to cover this angle. So keep yourself hidden. All the animals are going to be coming up and over the hill. The herd are just over that hill there. If you're too far round, they'll see you and they'll turn and they'll start to circle here and the whole thing's over. Okay. So once the animals have come through, you can get them going that way over the plain. They're not going to see you as easily as they're going to see Aaron, because you're further into the bush. So you can actually afford to come forward a little bit and get them going past on this side. The animals are going to come running in here.
Maya is going to be at the end tunnel, but it will be down to Brian to get the final shot.
If you want to cover all that up with branches, yeah, and then once you're there, you've got to hold your position and stay completely still. You're getting the end shot of the whole sequence, which is the animals inside. Thank you. Okay, so you're in position, you're happy?
Yeah, I've got a hell of a responsibility here, because they could bolt at the last second, and it could literally be all down to me, because I'm facing them as they're coming in.
That's everyone in position now. We're just waiting for the helicopter. I think everyone's feeling quite nervous.
I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to screw this up for them, but it'd be pretty cool. Like, this is a pretty rare opportunity to get a chance to film this.
Because it's the final shot which makes the sequence complete. After all the efforts put in, if I lose this, they're all going to kill me. So I have to give my best over here.
There's a lot of excitement building up and a little bit of tension, I think. Everyone's waiting for something to start happening. I was a little scared, but I was at the same time very, very excited.
The waiting is over. The chopper has located the herd and the wildebeest are on their way. They're heading straight towards Jinping, who's manning the first gate.
I don't think Jinping's actually filming.
Penny, I just pressed the button, I stopped recording, I just started running.
Now they're running towards Aaron. Carla is terrified and can't manage to focus.
It was shaking. My whole body was shaking and my heart was just pounding. I thought it would come out of my body.
As they get nearer the tunnel, Julia gets her chance.
There's something wrong. That herd's turning around and it looks like it's heading straight back towards Maya.
With 12 angry wildebeest charging towards him, can Maya hold his nerve and get the shot?
I was a little bit panicked because they simply took a U-turn and they straight came into my camera. but it was the most exciting moment of my life.
The herd are now in a blind panic and are running in the wrong direction. The helicopter has one final attempt to turn them back towards the truck. And success, they go straight through. Where Brian is waiting for what should be the final shot in the sequence. But one wildebeest has other ideas.
A couple of those wildebeest look like they don't want to go in, and it's all down to Maya to get that shot. He's in the perfect position.
There was one that was not going. It was moving around, all around, just in that triangle, the last triangle, and finally got shoot it off and it went off. So it was very much thrilling and exciting.
Once again, it was Maya who got the shot.
Incredible! God, so incredible!
I want to do it again. Can we?
They came charging right at us and we were like, oh my God, I'm gonna die!
When it was so close to me.
Oh, it was
just so fast. You don't even realize they are coming. They come and they're gone.
You don't even realize they're close to sail. I didn't catch
it was so incredible.
Coming next, the Unearthed competitors take to the skies.
Up into the air, guys, get ready.
Wow.
You're doing aerial filming.
And emotions are running high.
I'm just quite overwhelmed.
Our students have shown they've got the courage and determination to get the shots. But that's only part of the filmmaking process. Now they have to prove they can edit it all together.
Okay, hands up who's edited something before.
Back at base, they need to edit their material into a sequence. And our expert editor, Tim, is going to show them how.
Everyone knows how to use a laptop, yeah? Ask me if you don't know, and we'll get it.
To make a film about the wildebeest capture, they're going to have to master some pretty complicated software.
Tim, you got a sec?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone, look there. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, but I think you just deleted half the scene.
Oh. Undo, undo.
We really need you to think, while you're filming, how you're going to edit all these pieces together. You need to be thinking out in the field, what's this story that I'm trying to tell? Who am I trying to tell it to? Why am I trying to tell it?
It's going to be down to Brian and Carla to put all this footage together for everyone else, so hopefully, for the sake of the other students, they can remember their training.
When I saw the cameras and the laptop and all the equipment, that's when I realized that this was very professional. So I have to be professional too.
Now we're getting there. I'm finding it's very hard to do the storytelling. The camera work and certain other aspects are a lot easier than the actual story itself and building the whole programme together.
I've set a trap.
Sounds good, yeah? I never thought that within a week I'd be having a 3-minute film, more or less together.
After hours of poring over the wildebeest footage, Brian and Carla are finally ready.
No, you need it with the voice.
It's early morning and a team of rangers and vets have set a trap. Their quarry, a herd of black wildebeest. They must be moved now and fast. But it's not easy moving a panicking herd of wildebeest into a funnel-shaped trap. Running at 60 kilometres an hour, the herd is shepherded into the trap. In the confusion, one of the rangers is nearly trampled as a wildebeest breaks through a hole in the sails. Luckily, there are no injuries, but the sails have to be reset and the procedure repeated once again. This time, 11 wildebeest go straight into the trailer. And everyone breathes a sigh of relief.
Very good. Nice vibration too.
I'm really excited and I'm very happy that I got the opportunity to edit a work of 6 different people from 6 different angles, from 6 different cameras, from 6 different points of view. So I think this is the most important lesson that I've learned so far. So thank you very much.
I feel like by coming here, Animal Planet and the Unearthed team have shown some faith in me, and they've said, yeah, okay, we're going to take a gamble on you, we're going to make an investment in you, and we're going to see what you can do with it. So I hope I don't let them down, I hope I don't let myself down, and I just want to go ahead and try my heart out.
I'm going to work extra hard, push myself so hard.
I need to know my camera very well, because this is one lifetime chance that I'm getting. And with all that they're teaching us, you know, it's all, I really feel blessed, in fact.
When you're filming an area as big as a wildlife reserve, it's almost impossible to give the viewer a sense of just how big it is. The best way to show the grand expanses of nature is from the air. Our filmmakers' lessons are about to really take off with the tricky but essential skills of aerial filming. All of you have seen the reserve from a vehicle. How many of you actually have an idea of how big this reserve is? Yep, you've seen it, the chopper. And one of the best shots you're ever going to get as a wildlife filmmaker is from the air. You get a true perspective of how big a place is. So, up into the air, guys, get ready. Wow. You're doing aerial filming.
Jump, jump.
Okay.
I've never been in a helicopter. So unreal.
Okay, Andrew.
I'm so excited. I need to ask this. Is anybody frightened of this particular?
I was.
No. You okay? You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. All right, let's do it. Guys, you're going to get safety briefings from the chopper pilot, from Andrew, and he's going to give you some tips on what to do with the filming, okay? Listen carefully.
Okay, one of the best ways to get a sense of scale is to shoot from the air. You can get a shot that no one else will have seen before, but it's not easy. What you've got to remember is that the helicopter is vibrating all the time. So you're constantly going to be fighting against camera shake. So you mustn't zoom in. So keep it wide, use the helicopter for your camera movements. Talk to the pilot. Tell the pilot to come round to the left if you want to get a shot to the left. Tell the pilot to come round to the right. Let the helicopter do the work for you.
Do we shoot through the glass or through the side?
When you hire a helicopter as a filmmaker, you must always make sure that the pilot is prepared to take the doors off. Once the doors are off, you've got complete freedom then. You can get the shot up or down, but you're up there. You've got nothing apart from your harness holding you in there. But you're going to get some stunning opening shots for all your films. So good luck, guys. One by one, we're going to take you up there.
I can't believe how excited they are, but let's just hope they can contain some of that excitement and get that job done. They have to get those aerial shots, and it's not going to be that easy.
First up, Carla. She's remembered what I told her and is getting some good, steady shots.
They asked me what would I like to see, and I remember that I said to the pilot, just anywhere. I mean, I'm flying.
Next is Maya. Coming to South Africa was his first ever flight. This is his second.
To some extent, I was not in fact filming. To be very serious, I was just watching the world from that height because I've never been up there. I was not looking through my camera. I was rather looking on this beautiful place of how it looks from the eye of an eagle.
Maya's letting his emotions come between him and his work. And Julia is in danger of doing exactly the same thing.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm just quite overwhelmed.
How do you feel?
Ashamed that I'm crying.
I think I'm calming down now, the calm before the storm.
Oh, look, there's ostrich. Can we get those ostrich at all?
She's now getting some excellent shots, and she's even started directing the pilot.
Is it possible to get down beside them while we're running? How was it?
It was amazing. It was so amazing. It was the most incredible thing I've ever done. Such an amazing way to see the reserve and to see the world.
Jin Pin is remembering her training as well.
It was wonderful. We had a really experienced pilot. He was zooming in on the RTPs and all. It's just lovely to see them run with such an expanse of space to go.
Do you think you got some good shots?
Yeah, I think so. I tried to hold steady as much as possible. So, I hope so.
Next, Aaron.
You just wanted to just sit back and just enjoy the view. But at the same time, you had to sort of get in your brain thinking as if you're working as a filmmaker, because I couldn't just go up there and daze around and look around. I had to actually do the shots, get stuff that would be useful for later.
He means business, but he can't resist the temptation to zoom in, so he's getting shaky shots. Brian's not making the same mistake. His shots are steady.
Easier than I thought it would be. I thought we'd get a lot more shake, but because we're using the wide shots, it's really very good.
Our students have learnt a lot already, but there's still a long way to go before they can call themselves wildlife filmmakers.
Now that our Unearthed students have covered all the basics, it's time to move their training up a gear.
Next time on Unearthed, things are about to get serious when our 6 students tackle the big issues in wildlife conservation.
It is massive, absolutely monstrous.
If you run, that elephant's going to chase you, and chances are you're going to be killed.